The streak continues. Anytime I drive a Porsche vehicle and the letters GTS are included in the name, it's my favorite Porsche vehicle in a given lineup. This car is no exception. In fact, this is one of my new favorite ones. This is the Porsche 718 or Cayman GTS 4.0. Oh, that's a song we want to sing. All right. Simmer down now. This is Porsche's answer to the disappointment from folks who might not love the Turbo 4s. And I get it, because those engines sound like hot trash. Sorry, Porsche, but that naturally aspirated flat 6, that's where the magic happens. Naturally aspirated. Great noise, not muffled through turbochargers, just revving to almost 8,000 of the RPMs right by your head. Magic here really happens above $4,000. That's where everything opens up and it sings the song of its people. This car is absolutely excellent. It is absolutely excellent. I'd never driven a Cayman before, so I knew it would be good. You always hear the talk of like, wow, they're secretly like, you know, baby 911s now, and in some aspects, some people might appreciate them more. Yeah, 911 is still king of the hill. Let's not be crazy here. 911 is still amazing, but this car is fantastic. The steering feel is excellent, which is something that you don't get as much these days anymore. The brakes are awesome, and you can upgrade these to carbon ceramics, so you do not need them. This car, as the GTS, sits a little bit, I think 20 millimeters lower than the non-GTS version of the car. It comes standard with the adaptive dampers, which feel great, though I will say every time I twist this little knob down here to put it into Sport Plus, which I do as soon as I get in the car, I then go down and hit the button to back the suspension off from the harshest setting. I don't need it. It's comfortable without it. It's not bone crushing with it on, but it's definitely stiffer, and I'm just cruising around town. Were I on a racetrack? Yeah, sure. Or like a crazy curvy canyon road with I knew that was in good shape? Of course, but it doesn't need it. The car as it sits out of the box before you even turn the dial is great. The clutch is easy to use and gives good feedback. The gearbox just shifts perfectly. It's a 6-speed. It's not a dopey 7-speed. You don't need any of that extra crap. It is just, I mean, I can't get over it. It all works perfectly well. The noise is great. The power pull is great. Now, speaking of the power, we have, basically this is the detuned engine of the GT4, which is crazier than this one. So this one makes 394 horsepower and 309 pound-feet of torque. And it meters it out great. It's a wonderful amount of horsepower. It's not too much. It's definitely not too little. The car can go from 0 to 60 sub 4 seconds, which in an era of EVs, which can do it like as you're blinking, it's almost refreshing. You know, I mean, quick cars are always fun no matter what, but sub 4 is still a quick car, especially in what is like the entry-level Porsche sports car. Now, this one obviously is no longer entry-level at the GTS 4.0 level. As tested, this is basically like $96,000 or $98,000. Like tons of money. Ooh, Land Rover Discovery covered in dirt. Heck yeah. As tested, you know, it's still a lot of money. It's good to be on the better side of $100,000 because everything is crazy expensive. But I will say, as far as a sports car experience goes, oh, it is hard to top something like this. It's, you know, truly excellent and engaging manual gearbox. Yes, it has rev matching, and I appreciate the rev matching because I can take my brain off a little bit for trying to do it with my feet. I can do it with my feet. The pedals are placed nicely for doing it with your feet, but that's nice too. And it's even more really appreciated on a daily basis in traffic. And this is that gets back to there's not too much horsepower, which makes this a livable car on a daily basis. You have storage front and rear based on the layout of this car. You can fit bags in the back, believe it or not. Plenty of room in the front. The seats are supremely comfortable. The sound system is fine. It's a Bose system. The only area where this car is not as great, Yellow Beetle, which is kind of like a yellow 718, is the infotainment is hilariously dated compared to everything else Porsche offers. It's this little 7-inch touchscreen with older graphics, older buttons, older system. I guess it can do wired CarPlay, but not Android Auto. But I haven't even tried to hook my phone up. I'm just playing Bluetooth music as it sits through the car. Oh my God, it just grips. And it feels so fucking good. This car is just absolutely wonderful if you enjoy the act and the art of driving. Oh, that noise. If you have one with a Turbo 4, I'm sorry, you're missing out. This is the one to get, absolutely. I mean, I don't even think you need to go to the Insano GT4 because that's much more of a track-focused machine. I'm sure it's awesome, I'm sure it's a blast. I've heard it can be just really harsh on the street, whereas this is everything you want. It is, if you have the means, as you know, as they say, and you're looking for a truly, I don't want to say old school, but it feels old school, driving experience of a sports car. Every time I get into a Porsche, I say the same damn thing, but the view from the comfortable seat and that triple binnacle stack in front of your face and then the front fenders, it does something to your brain. It releases serotonin or dopamine or whatever the hell it is that makes you smile and makes you happy, and that's what this car does, and Porsche is excellent at doing so. And in this, it's almost like a distilled version of that experience here, with the 6-speed stick, proper steering, proper driven wheels, no turbos, all the noise.